Oh, I don't have the boys. I don't have the boys up. What the fuck? Uh, Something's going wrong with my computer. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Everything.
There's
Oh,
also a thing where uh
nothing's working. My bars disappeared on the bottom.
technical difficulties. Tucker Carlson uh said that he got attacked by a demon while he was in a, I don't know if he was in a cabin in the woods with his wife and family, but he said that he had gotten attacked by a demon.
Oh, we're recording right now.
Oh, we are.
I can't play the boys' music because my desktop has disappeared.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but he says he's got scars.
He was attacked by a demon.
Yeah.
What? Frankly, I wasn't there. I don't know what he's trying to say. I didn't touch Tucker. I didn't touch Tucker. Tucker did. It wasn't me. I didn't touch Tucker Carlson. Frankly, a lot of people are saying it was me. I'm the demon. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Donald, you look a little
I fucked him in the ass. That's what I did. Look a little haggard. Is that what?
Yeah, well, I'm just you look like you need a shave, Donald. You look a little. You're getting
I've
like.
been on the road. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win an erection. I've been given head to microphones.
I was gonna say, can you explain that? Can you explain that?
Microphone. It's what I do. Frankly, you got to get your microphone to work. Sometimes you got to give it a blowjob. Everybody knows. Sometimes you got to give blowjobs to microphones. Everyone knows that. It's a me too.
So you were in the garbage truck, right? What's next? Are you gonna?
I'm a great garbage truck driver. I was on the passenger side. That's how I drive. I don't know about you guys. I drove from the passenger side. That's how good I am. And I picked up some trash, which means Democrats. I picked up Democrats. And you can't say the same thing back, Democrats, because it'll be bad if you say garbage. But I can say garbage all I want.
You know, it's strange, Don. I haven't ever seen you. I haven't ever seen you shoot any guns. How come I never see you with any guns, Donald?
Frankly,
are you anti-gun?
Frankly, I'm a felon. I'm not allowed to have a gun. Everyone knows.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would make.
I am a felon. Yeah. Even though I didn't do it, I did everything perfectly. Everything was perfect. That rape was perfect. It was a perfectly good rape.
It was civil. It was a civil.
But I'm a felon for some 34 made-up charges. They couldn't be felonies unless they added them to something else. There's a bunch of misdemeanors that there's a bunch of Department of Justice is out to get me. I'm going to get you off for that. You're all going to pay.
Yeah, they're trying to shut you off right now.
You're all going to pay. You're paying. That's it. You're going to pay. You, especially Mr. Wellington. A lot of people say John Wellington didn't do anything. I said John Wellington needs to pay.
What is my camp designation? Do you have that yet? Who you are going to send into what camps?
Oh, we have concepts of a plan. That's what we have. Concepts.
Okay. So
we don't have the actual. We don't have the actual plan. We have concepts of a plan.
Right. So at least it's an unorganized takeover, right?
Concepts of an. It's a concept of an organized takeover, though. We have that concept.
What are you most excited to do once you become president, Donald?
I think we're probably going to hang Mike Pence. I think something we've been dwelling on.
Gonna finally take care of that.
Because it was on the agenda January 6th.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it done. So you need to tidy up things. Oh, kill Biden. We're going to kill Biden. And Kamala. Kamala is a dead woman. That's.
So then I assume that you're going to.
I probably can't say these things.
Give yourself a blanket pardon for all of those after you do it, right?
You know what? I probably can't say kill the president.
Probably
And,
not.
that was about 4-minute mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can say you're going to kill the president.
Yeah, even yourself, Donald. Not good.
Pretending to be someone else.
Yeah.
So the big deal was a lot of people were saying Tony Hinchcliffe may have lost him in the election.
Yes, once again, it all hinges on a comedian. The whole world hinges on a comedian.
Is that
Once again?
This is
The
Forbes.
tides will sway.
Here's the full remark. So we want to watch it.
Yeah. Well,
Forbes owns this.
Funny. Why is it every election depends on whether or not the guy is able to make a complete buffoon of himself before?
Why are you saying? Was there other
Election day.
comedians that did this? What are you saying? I don't remember. Was there another comedian?
Not off the top of my head. It was just Well,
last election he lost because Joe Biden never left his basement and didn't have to go out and campaign and stuff, right?
Is that the reason why he lost, or he lost because of the pandemic?
The pandemic was it was a miserable failure, and he was a scumbag. And Joe Biden did a good job of reminding everybody that he's anti-democratic and the future of the world was in the balance.
I mean, he sure showed it.
I mean, he was pretty much a dismal failure if you look at his record. I know a lot of people say his economy was good. Not true. His economy was his GDP was 7th out of the last 11 presidents. He's 7th. Not great. They took out COVID for a fair comparison to him and Joe Biden. They took COVID out, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't take anything out of Joe Biden. 2.6 for Trump, 3.6 for Joe Biden. GDP.
Yeah, you know what I find interesting is a lot of the people that are undecided.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't understand how even if you have to pay attention, how you could be undecided. But I mean, there's some of them that are such in a tunnel in their own world that they don't pay attention to politics at all. So they don't feel like that they could make an informed opinion right now, one way or the other. I don't know what the percentage of that is. I've just heard that specific thing a lot. And then some of the other things I hear are just, people just they've bought into some of the lies, or but I do think that Michigan is going to be a problem. Don't you think so?
I don't think Michigan is. I think Pennsylvania is still the one. I think they got Michigan wrapped up, and I think they have Wisconsin wrapped up.
So you think that he's going to be able to get the Muslim vote?
Yeah, because they're smart enough to know.
Or she, I mean,
as much as they hated Kamala promised them yesterday that she was going to do something about that. Kamala promised, man. She promised. I mean, you can talk about withholding your vote, but what does that get you? Spite in your own face, is cutting your nose off to spite your own face, because you're not going to get anything from Trump.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to get anything. I don't think they're going to get anything better from him.
They won't, and they know it.
Did you see the Iowa poll? I mean, I don't like to believe polls. I don't like polls. I think that,
frankly, the Polish people are not that smart from what I remember. They marched in backwards. A lot of Poles. I know a lot of Poles. They're not the brightest people. They make sausage, great sausage and beer. I like their beer. But the German army marched in backwards, as I recall, and took over the whole country. Said they were leaving. Yeah, I saw that poll. It was pretty exciting. 3%. She's 47, 44. This woman's never been wrong except for one time, I think it was Gerald Ford's or something.
What is your level of worry right now?
It's out of my hands, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about making some moves to protect my money in the stock market, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah, we talked about getting guns too.
Yeah, me too. Talked about getting guns.
Too
If
late
he
for that
loses,
now.
you probably need the guns more if he loses.
Well, and that's the thing. It's not going to be over tomorrow. He was just talking about how he's like, oh, this all should be over by 9 or 11 o'clock, but we all know him.
Paper ballots. If we had paper ballots, I could get my crayons and I could put my name on it. I could have paper ballots. We could count the votes. There's only going to be 7, 8, 11 votes in each state.
Unless this thing is a complete landslide.
It won't even matter what it is.
He's still going to say it's rigged.
Even a landslide won't matter. He's going to come up with some story. Like his big thing is in the last election that states had to go to the they had to constitutionally allow people to vote by mail. They had to go to the courts instead of the legislature. They had to change their constitutions or something. And the courts in all those states has already tossed that out. That's not true. The courts had decided it was okay for legislatures to change the voting systems to allow for COVID, because that was the issue. The big thing,
right? And they passed it through Congress, and he was bitching about it on Joe Rogan. Oh, they changed the rules on me and all this other shit.
Yeah.
Well, they changed the rules on you because you let COVID in, you dipshit.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
You fucked yourself.
Okay,
we're finally here.
Donald, fucked it up.
We've talked about this a number of times about how he can still win this thing even if he loses this thing, right?
He's going to try to win
it. Yeah, go ahead and explain again. He's going to take it to the House and then into the Supreme Court. Is that how it's going to work?
If he can cause chaos long enough where some states don't, it doesn't have to be many, just a couple states don't get certified. Like, let's say Georgia might be a good example, because he owns the election board in Georgia now. There's 3 Republicans out of 5. And they said they weren't going to certify the vote if Trump doesn't win. They already said they weren't going to certify. Mm-hmm. But their Supreme Court said you shall certify. So now it's like, well, what if we don't? So let's say they don't, and they send an alternate slate of electors. And if Mike Johnson retains control of the House, right? Mm-hmm. He said him and Trump said they got some secret plan. Do you have any idea what that is?
No, it's the first I've heard of this.
Him and Trump said, I got a big. Frankly, we have a big surprise plan. No one knows it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Mike Johnson and I have talked it over. We've worked it out. We've got a surprise. Let's look up what the surprise is. I've lost. I don't have my. Fuck. What is going on with my computer? There's little arrows everywhere, and the arrow is.
You haven't been buying Trump shit on that computer, have you? Because it could have got infected with that Epstein Island virus.
Have you ever had where your arrow just trails around? And I've got like 5 windows just opened up. It's like copying everything.
Were you looking at those Epstein files? You could have gotten a virus from it.
I don't think this is a virus. This is my bar on the bottom is missing.
It's the fucking Russians. You hear me, Vladimir? Do you hear me?
What was I trying to look up or open?
We know it's you.
I can't even open it.
The secret plan between Mike Johnson
and Donald
anything. Trump.
I can't open anything. All right, I got one thing that's opening up.
Okay. So Kamala Harris is going to certify her own presidency, right?
Yeah.
wait for Fox News to call bullshit on that, right? I mean, I can already hear him now. How is this? How is this okay? This can't be right. How is she able to certify her own president? There's got to be some sort of this is this is some sort of a coup, a treason. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting
Okay.
for
This is from the
shit-faced
Nation.
Jesse Waters.
This is from the Nation. I don't know if I can put it on the screen or not because nothing seems to be working. Present. Okay, I can. I'm going to make this big, okay? Can you see it?
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That little secret between Trump and Johnson. Here's
Yeah.
what it could
It
mean.
almost certainly involves a plan to install Trump in the White House if he loses the election.
Right.
But, oh, fuck me. But this plan could be even worse than you think.
Well, and that's the other thing. A lot of people think that tomorrow everything's going to be over. No, it's just another step to the what we hope is the end of or on one way or the other, either the end of Trump or the end of democracy.
And here's what Trump said. I think our little secret, we are going to do really well with the House. Our little secret is having a big impact. And I have a little secret. We will tell you what it is when the race is over. We have a secret plan. When pressed, Speaker Johnson released a statement effectively confirming the existence of the plot. By definition, a secret is not to be shared. I don't intend to share this one. Obviously, I'm not party to the conversations of Trump, Johnson, Beelzebub, and Vladimir Putin. Maybe having on how to steal the election. It's entirely possible. Secret plan is nothing more than a penny ante plot to say, set fire to ballot drop boxes, which could be foiled by the Hardy Boys or Merrick Garland should he ever wake up. Most educated guesses assume that Trump and Johnson are secretly talking about installing Trump as president through a contingent election, whereby the House of Representatives, not the Electoral Colleges, determines the president. I think the plot goes deeper than that, but let's start with the contingent idea. To understand how this could work, you have to understand the 12th Amendment of the Constitution. Here's the key language. The person having the greatest number of votes for president shall be the president, if such a number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed. And if no person have such a majority, then from the persons having the highest numbers, not exceeding 3 on the list of those voted for as president, the House of Representatives shall choose immediately by ballot the president. But in choosing the president, the vote shall be taken by states, the representation from each state having one vote. Okay, that means there's 26 votes for Republicans and 24 votes for Democrats. There's 50 House delegations.
And DC doesn't get a vote, right?
Right.
And neither does Puerto Rico.
So what he's saying, he's trying to get the Electoral College thrown out and have the House pick the president.
Okay.
So they're trying to steal the Electoral College outright by getting states Trump loses to refuse to certify the results of their election. That's because the 12th Amendment provides that a president is a person who wins the majority of the whole number of electors appointed. That whole number is supposed to be 538. But one potential reading of the amendment is that Trump doesn't have to win 270 votes, but just a majority of how many electors show up. Trump's goal, I believe, is to decrease the number of electors appointed until he wins. This reading is untouched. So basically, he's going to say, Georgia didn't certify, so Georgia doesn't count in 538.
So yeah.
It's going to be, what is Georgia? 19 votes? I don't know. I can't remember.
Well,
I closed my page. That's the only one I got working. Fuck. Now I got nothing working.
So I have a question though. You said it'll bring them all down state to a vote per state, right? Is that what you said?
Okay, there's 538 votes. If you throw Georgia out, let's say it's 20. I don't know what it is. Then there's only 518 votes. And to have a majority of that, you need see, 218 is 9. 518. So you need 250 minus and 259 votes would be half. So you need 260. If you throw out Georgia and Trump was, let's say somehow Kamala had won that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Kamala doesn't get those 20 votes and she goes down from 270 to 250 and Trump stays at 260 or wherever he was at, then he wins according to their interpretation of the Constitution. It's never been interpreted that way, though.
I mean, does it matter? As long as they tell him it could be interpreted a certain way, he's gonna fucking believe them.
Agreed.
So then, when they vote in the House, then that takes it to the Senate and then to the Supreme Court.
No, it's in the Constitution. There's no Supreme Court.
So there's no Supreme Court ruling on this.
Right.
So in the event that there's a virtual tie in the election, at what point do they start bringing cases to the Supreme Court? They go state by state and then they go to the Supreme Court?
No,
I'm talking on the other.
Not involved.
No, I'm talking about on the other side of it. Remember how when Florida, the whole thing came down to ballots and shit?
Yeah, and they never should have been involved in that. That was a state one. That was a state-controlled thing. And the Supreme Court took it, and they shouldn't have by law. But they took it, so.
I mean,
the ruling was, it's too late for us to do anything, so you just got to go back to the count, your original count. That's how they ruled. They didn't change any rulings. They said to be in safe harbor, which is not a thing anymore, by the way. Safe harbor is gone. They got rid of that when they changed the electoral college count. Because remember last time when they tried to steal it and they made new laws? One of the things they got rid of was the safe harbor thing. They got rid of that.
Okay, and explain that again.
The states have to turn in their votes on December 12th, I think. They have to be in. There's no safe harbor or anything like that. You've got to have your votes in by then. And again, what happens if it don't? I don't know what happens if it doesn't happen.
So what are the states that are the slow? Pennsylvania is the slowest to count theirs because they don't count their early votes. Is that Pennsylvania or is that Georgia too? It's
Republican states who have voted not to count their votes ahead of time.
Okay.
And then they're going to bitch that it takes too long because that's what they do. They set up a chaos issue. They create the chaos, and then they bitch about the chaos.
Who do you have in Pennsylvania?
I think Kamala wins Pennsylvania.
You think Kamala wins
Wisconsin, and she wins Michigan, and that's the ball game. She's going to have 270 electoral votes.
And you think he'll win what, like Ohio and
yes,
West Virginia, Indiana?
Yeah. The big things are coming out is if we can retain the Senate and the House, if we can get control, the Democrats can get control. Because right now it looks like they're going to lose control of both.
Do you think the
538,
the Democrat weather-controlled hurricanes will have an effect on voting in the South?
Frankly, we should have had the hurricanes. The Democrats should give me one hurricane to work with, and then they can have one hurricane, and we'll see what we can do.
Right. And then your hurricanes fight.
I want a hurricane, though. I don't want a hurricane. I want a hurricane. Yeah. Why didn't we get the hurricanes up and running? Good question.
What is your biggest? What do you think is going to be the biggest surprise state that he or she wins or loses?
Seems like Iowa now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a surprise if he loses it now. I say he's losing. That's a big surprise. And weren't you surprised to see that?
I mean, for some reason, I've felt all along that this thing's going to be a landslide, but I'm always wrong.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want to kind of lean into that. You know what I mean? Like every time there's something big like this, I like, well, not especially. Let me put it this way: I'm terrible at picking Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm always thinking, okay, whatever I'm thinking is probably going to go the other way. So I'm hoping I hope it's not a landslide the other way. Jesus.
It doesn't matter.
Jeebus.
It doesn't matter what you think, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I used to think, yeah, I used to sit when the Indians are in the '95 World Series. If I hold my Jim
Yeah, I
Thome
know.
bat the right way, then we're going to win this game.
Yeah, I've gotten that way about the Bears. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I have no effect on how why they
Nothing
fuck
we
up
do.
so much.
We're not making any tackles. We're not
Right.
making any calls on the field. We're not signing any contracts. So
I just keep going back to that thing that there are a lot of there are probably more dumb people out there than, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a smart person in the grand scheme of things, and like geniuses and probably intelligence wise and everything like that. But I mean I know a con artist, a scammer, and a history of someone. I mean, if you can't, you got to be kind of blind to not see some of this stuff.
agreed.
Even on a just on a base level of the things that he does and has done 10 years ago would have gotten him laughed. I remember when there was like a gubernatorial race in California, and they had all these like crazy what's, oh, can you believe all these whack jobs and everything like that, and the one of the craziest ones is they have Arnold Schwarzenegger running for governor, yeah, too, and he seems sane. It's not like way out there, Yeah. They had a porn star running for governor in that one, and it's just kind of like that would feel right at home with the Donald Trump brand. This would just be a regular thing. I'm surprised he hasn't supported one.
They just released a tape of him and Epstein, and Epstein saying how Donald's his best friend.
But they'll ignore it.
It just got released, yeah. I mean,
no, you don't understand.
The night before election.
He was fighting pedophilia by becoming one of them.
Oh, that's how you do it.
He was on the inside. Him and Prince Andrew the whole time. But I think if this slowly comes to an end, I think that we're going to find out that he was involved in a lot more just and had been involved in a lot more just sinister fuck shit,
right,
of the entire world.
No doubt
that it's going to baffle people and what he has his fingers in. And I honestly, I'm surprised that he hasn't let slip more of his bullshit. You know what I mean?
He's done a lot. I mean, he's let a lot of it slip. It's
I don't know how
crazy.
to fucking keep track. This has got to be, in the grand scheme of things, one of the best con jobs
ever.
I mean, that this guy was able to elude jail by running for president.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Did you not hear that last part?
One of the best con jobs, the last thing I heard.
Yeah, he's able to elude jail by running for president. That sounds like a movie. Sounds like a fucking movie. And he got it. And he got away with it. He did it. He was surprised himself that it worked. And now he's got to keep up with it because the con job he started made so much goddamn money that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he can't stop it. He's like Frank. He created his own monster.
Yeah. He can't. I bet you that he can't even believe how much these fucking morons love him.
You know what? I'm amazed at how many people, like, they'll say to me after a while, they go, I know you hate Trump and stuff, but I am voting for him. it hurts me when you say bad things.
But you can tell
I'm like,
which of these Republicans
well,
who are also okay and in on the grift.
right,
All of these pundits that are out there that are willing to
right.
toe the line for
Well,
him.
Megyn Kelly now is went to
Yeah.
his rally.
Yeah. The Scott Jennings of the world who's
They're
able
supposed to
to
be
swallow
these
his fucking
these
throat and
these great journalists who now just fucking throw in with
right.
these pieces. Never would a journalist have gone to a rally before. Never. None of that
That
shit.
other dipshit bald guy that's on CNN. All these people that
Yeah.
have fallen in line with him.
Yeah.
Real quick though, do you see Sherrod Brown winning?
I do. I just don't think anybody wants Bernie's bullshit.
And then, so how does everything stack up in the Senate? Because isn't Ted Cruz in a tough race too?
It looks like we're going to lose the Senate because we're losing West Virginia. We got 51-48 right now, right?
Yeah.
We're losing West Virginia because what's his name? Manchin quit, and their former governor is running for Senate. He's going to win. We're also losing another state.
Shit, if I'd have known that, I would have ran against the son of a bitch. I think
Yeah.
I could have beaten him.
Well, their governor was very popular, so.
If anybody can't beat that big piece of shit, then they don't deserve it. The man brought his goddamn dog out in the middle of the
You know him?
fucking. Nah, I know a little bit about him, but I don't know
Jim
that much.
Justice is his name, right?
Yeah, he's kind of a. Anyway, moving on. I think you froze. Yeah, Jim Justice is the guy who brought out his bulldog, and which is the most entertaining part of the Republican convention. I'm gonna let me see if I'm gonna hold out for Marv here and hope he comes back. We're gonna try to play the Tony Hinchcliffe set. See if Marv comes back to us. Marv, are you there? Uh-oh. We might have lost. He is frozen. Oh, he's coming back. I have a feeling. I'm gonna rub my hands together. I'm not gonna. We'll see. All right, Marv. Come on, Marv. Come back to us, Marv. You can do it. All right, Marv. Bring him back. I think this was from Karate Kid 2, Mr. Miyagi. Remember, he's like, gets the heat and then he heals him with his hands. Jesus. Oh, that's great. Donald Trump threatening nuclear war. This is. Uh-oh. Marv is gone. All right, we will try to rejoin Marv in a second. I'm going to refresh, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, everybody, we're back. My computer, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was getting tracers and it was weird. But here's what we're talking about. We're talking about Tony Hinchcliffe. And Tony Hinchcliffe, in his defense, has said, if you hear the entire remarks of my set, you're not going to think it was racist or insulting or bad or anything like that. You're going to say it was an okay set. So John and I have decided that we will watch a set and make some commentary as we watch it too. All right?
Yeah.
Set done?
And a lot of people were comparing him to Rickles.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't know if I'm going to go that far.
not a fair comparison. Rickles is a legend.
So we'll watch it. We'll see what we think here.
All right, can you see it good enough, or should I make it full screen?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Is that good? That better?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, can we? Are we still on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
We're in the bottom.
I better not pick my nose then.
17 years ago, I was sleeping in my car behind the Comedy Store in L.A., and I'm proud to say this is my 4th time performing at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the damn world. The American dream,
Suck up.
alive and well, right here.
I'm going to pander to the crowd.
This is very different than where I'm used to performing, though. I'm used to spending time with people drinking. Not so many.
So he's first, right? He's after the national anthem. Is that right?
I don't know.
Greenwood tonight.
Oh, Lee Greenwood.
Normally, I don't make my political beliefs a known thing. It's divisive for a comedian to do that, but just know I sleep well at night knowing who I'm voting for.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah. When I lay down and my head hits my pillow,
Suck up.
it is a fantastic pillow, by the way. I was staying at the Four Seasons up by Central Park one night. I laid my head down, and it felt so good. And I thought to myself, what an amazing pillow. I have a little bit of money now. I could buy a good pillow. And I took the pillowcase off, and there it was. My pillow, my pillow, my pillow. And damn it, I bought 4 of them. And if you use the promo code KILLTONY, you can also buy
Suck
4
up.
of my pillows.
Pandering,
There's
pandering.
serious stuff happening, people. I live in the great state of Texas now.
Suck up.
18 years in Ohio, 20 years in California, and I got to see California.
Oh yeah, he's from Youngstown.
Horrendous thing. And traveling the world, I got to see San Francisco turn into one of the most demented cities, one of the greatest downfalls I've ever seen. And that is where the other candidate
Until
worked
you're
for
set
2
tonight,
decades.
Tony.
And
When did he move
it's
to
wild to see.
Texas?
And
Was he around here at all?
Really, really
Yeah,
crazy.
recently.
We're right there by a wide open
Huh?
border. Where are my
Recently.
proud Latinos at tonight?
No, I mean before he made it.
You
know.
can see what I mean. It's wide
Well,
open. There's
probably
so
right when
many
Joe
of them.
Rogan got popular, because that's where Joe Rogan lives. He's a suck up to Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely incredible.
There was the joke. We missed the joke. Here.
Yeah, sorry.
Really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies, too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
Yeah, that's an okay joke.
Republicans are the
racist.
party with a good sense of humor. Free speech is under attack, people. I host a show, and each week I get updates what words we're allowed to use and not use anymore. It's happening right now the past few years. It's a
So it's interesting. Well, I mean, he produces his own show, so how's that?
cool stuff. My mom's a boom.
He's just lying.
So okay, I want us to
Would you
go
like
and
to-
look at a clip of when
Yeah,
they're comparing Don Rickles to him or him, that he's like Don Rickles. When Don Rickles either roasted Reagan to Reagan or something like that. There's a clip of that, and I want you to see the difference after this is over.
Oh, someone did that, you're saying?
Yeah, they were trying to compare that. Oh, that he's like, he's like Don Rickles.
Yeah.
And there's a clear difference, but we'll just go keep watching this right now.
In the state of Ohio, and there's no convincing her of anything. She's eating the cats. She's eating the dogs. They're eating the pets up there. It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. There's some people here. All right. Very good.
Oh, he's whining because his joke failed.
I think it should be implemented as well. Like me personally, I think football should be all year round. Yeah. So many great athletes. I don't know about you guys, but I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson. Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you guys want. All right. Heck yeah. That's cool. Black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome.
Not good.
This is a grody little morning crowd, huh?
That's pretty bad.
It's tough to follow this audition for the next Commissioner Gordon's over here. It is, though. It's crazy times we're living in. I mean, all these pointless wars. It is unbelievable what's happening right now. It is incredible. Ukraine versus Russia, Israel, it's like bad soccer games. Who even cares? What are we doing? Why is our money involved in these wars? When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. We also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're having fun now. We're cooking. Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rally here today. Can you believe that? For the most anti-war president of my entire lifetime, and she calls him Hitler. Let me remind you, Hillary, it was your husband who shot innocent people, or as he called them, interns. Yeah, Hillary, I bet you did not see that one coming.
Oh, they like that one.
It's suicide in 3 weeks. I didn't.
It was a shitty joke, though.
I mean,
obviously,
I don't know that he would make himself laugh on his own
There's a
show.
guy out here dodging bullets. It is unbelievable, right?
Pander.
He took it right in the ear. Unbelievable. I thought about this. I don't know if you have. Coolest place to get shot. Like if you're gonna get shot anywhere on your body, that's where you want it. Right there. Technically, he got shot in the head, depending on if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Right? If you're a Democrat, his ear was grazed. If you're a Republican, he survived the headshot.
That's pretty good.
It is. It's the best place to get shot. It's the only part of the human body will drive a piercing through like a little girl's ear for no reason. Right? There's just no. It heals fast. Nobody cares. It's the best place to get shot. He went down, saw blood on his hands. I'd imagine he thought right then, I think I just won this shit.
That's good. That was good.
Stands up
Get a
and
good
says the most American words I've ever heard in my life. No. Before that, there was one more. Let me get my shoes.
I like that.
So he had the come inside joke.
Fearless. Perhaps still with an active shooter. He's talking like a guy that just had the best one night stand of his life. Right? Like, where's my shoes at? I gotta get the hell out of here.
That's funny.
Let me get my shoes. And then the fight. What he did was so cool that Biden got COVID. Oh, yeah. Go back. Look at the timeline of everything again. 3 days after that. That means that Biden, he didn't get that from hanging out with sick people. He was in a sterile room in the White House, watching blood running down Trump's face as he pumps his fist. Biden's like,
This is stupid.
it's true.
It's a stupid
Trump
joke.
survived an assassination attempt, and Biden got COVID. We vote next week. God voted 3 months ago.
Stupid.
Another great Austin, Texas resident, Elon.
I'm just as interested in their reaction though, you know?
Unbelievable. Genius. You guys saw him shoot that rocket into outer space, the largest aircraft ever, fires it off into space, and then parallel parks it back to planet Earth. Meanwhile, Kamala supporters can't parallel park their Toyota Priuses properly. Sorry, I listen to Elon Musk. I follow his lead. The world's smartest, richest man has my attention.
Yeah.
Suck up.
Except for when it comes to stock trading, then I listen to Nancy Pelosi.
That's a good one.
That's a good joke.
But censorship is amongst us people. It's a very, very, very big deal. And I'm just here to say that you guys are for the right candidate. Tell your friends. Let's close it out. And
That's hacky.
let's make speech free again. Make America healthy again. Let's beat the team from California. The team from New York should beat the team from California, not only in this election, but in the World Series of Baseball, America's sport. I love you, New York. God bless New York. God bless America. Let's make it great again. I love you.
Yeah. A lot of sucking up there.
Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi rap.
A lot of sucking up. I was not
Now,
impressed.
let's look up
There's always some good jokes.
Don Rickles.
Did
and,
someone do it?
Ronald
Don
Reagan.
Rickles versus.
Yeah, Don Rickles, Ronald Reagan. You'll notice the difference.
Frankly, I don't know who this Tony Hinchcliffe is. I don't know. I've never met him. No, I don't get the jokes. I
Is
didn't.
that what he said?
That was Trump's first thing out of his mouth. Never heard
Oh,
of
really?
him. I don't know him. You guys are making
I
a
mean,
big deal out of nothing. I don't
he
even know the
does
guy.
act like he's like. I mean, we're kind of warm up things, but I mean, there was some. I think he was just trying to figure out where to do best, and
Should we show him at his inaugural? Don Rickles spoke at his inaugural, or should we show him?
I think
at a
that might have
roast?
been it. I think that might have been it.
All right, let's show the inaugural.
I'll be able to tell at the beginning because I saw it. Yeah.
I know this is a Republican celebration, but I have the honor of introducing a man who is so democratic, he picks on everybody equally, even a little kid like me. Mr. Don Rickles. Be funny.
First black kid I ever saw will definitely never play basketball.
I asked you, huh? 40 million stars. I get a little kid out here, doesn't know what time it is, and brings me out. You're standing here with the band with the same cockamamie music. Try to learn that the president's here. This is a big shot for me. Last night we had Bush. Well, I'll tell you this. He was great. Did you see him and the wife after the show? He was in the lobby going, nobody knows me. I gave him a cookie. He went away. He didn't know what time. I'll do it in a minute. I'll tell you this.
Just see some of his movies? Sis.
I'll tell you this. How this guy became president. When he was governor, I couldn't get in touch with him. I had a cousin that did 3 months in the county jail. I made a phone call. I said, give me a break. He was too busy, tied up, wouldn't make that. He's now doing 14 years, and he's the president of the United States, sitting in the White House with Nancy Walker around going, Rickles' cousin is doing all the time. Good evening, Mr. President. Nice to see you, sir. And your lovely wife, Nancy. It's a big treat for me to fly all the way to California to be here for this kind of money. See, I still got the tuxedo marked down. Anyway, you need 38 tags to get in here. 38 tags. The Secret Service is walking around the lobby. Did you see the president? Anybody see the president? Where's the president? The president is with Nancy in the hall. Let's try it one more time. Remember when you were governor and you used to walk over my table? Now you're big and you're getting on my nerves. I'll tell you this. Is he laughing? If you see Marines coming towards me, go into glory, glory, hallelujah, and shoot Webster. Anyway, nice to see you, Secretary Schultz. What are you doing in town? Anyway, he's sitting there like there's nothing going on. Get busy. Go over to the embassy. How about a balloon? Anyway, Secretary of State's here. And Billy Graham, nice to see you, sir. This hand is bothering me. Anyway, it could have been a picture if I talked to this guy. It's great, though. I make fun of the president. Why not? I make fun of everybody. Lord. That's America. Laughing, Charlton Heston. I'm a friend. It's over. I'll tell you this. If you were Moses, I was a Mau fighter pilot. Elizabeth Taylor was backstage in a Cleopatra outfit killing snakes. I'll tell you this. And Tom Selleck was under the shower going, look at this, the water runs up. I'll tell you this. Is this too fast, Ronnie? Anyway, he's sitting there looking at the program going, where does it say he makes fun of me? Where does it say that? It's only a joke, Mrs. Reagan. They got real guns. I spoke to the hospital, Nelson. You died about an hour ago. I say this, though. Is this too fast, Secretary Schultz? What are you talking to that Russian about? You were saying, look at the way he dressed. The tuxedos had a style. Class it up a little bit. He's wearing a fake dickie when the button goes boom. Mr. President, get some guy that's a little hip. Get some guy walking in. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. He's 90. Let's have a meeting. That's what they do in Florida, the old Jewish folks. Hold the elevator doors.
So what do you think the difference is between that and the other thing?
This is a joyous occasion, really.
What?
So what do you think the difference is that that I see between Don Rickles and what Tony Hinchcliffe did?
Well, he's not pandering to the president at all.
Right?
Hinchcliffe did pander a lot.
Well, a number of his jokes were at the basically the victim, right?
Yeah,
It's
Hinchcliffe.
like making fun of the homeless.
He's making
you know?
fun of everything. He punched up, and Hinchcliffe is punching down.
Right.
It's clear. I mean, he's picking on Secretary of State, the president, this big band leader. I don't know who it is, but these are all big people. And Hinchcliffe just punched down, which is, you're never supposed to punch down in comedy.
And I think there was one joke that he well, it might have been the shoes joke, right?
Yeah.
Well, it was actually so that's what I saw as the difference between the two. So to say that Tony Hinchcliffe is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the guy, but if you're comparing,
That's
if,
one of the
if
rules
people
of
are
comedy.
saying, "Oh,
is
he's
you don't
just like
punch
Don
down.
Rickles," I'm sorry.
You don't punch down in comedy, not even during a roast. And he did.
So I mean,
good
I think
roaster
that's
doesn't.
where.
A good roaster doesn't do that.
So that's where I thought that people were getting confused online and saying that, oh, he's like Don Rickles. You got to understand he's like Don Rickles, and
No,
he's not like Don Rickles.
Tony Hinchcliffe is not even in the same league as Don Rickles. Not even in the same league. Well, we're at an hour. What do we want to cover? We got some things we probably should talk about. What happened this week? Oh, do you think he really threatened? Cheney?
Who threatened Cheney?
Trump. He's saying, yeah.
Oh, did he?
Honestly, he was saying Cheney used to be a war hawk, and she wouldn't be so brave if they were pointing guns in her face. If she had 9 shotgun barrels in her face, she wouldn't be so quick to send people's troops in. And that's what I agree with that, but I don't think it was a threat on her life.
Oh, you're talking about Liz Cheney?
Yeah, Liz Cheney. I don't think it was a threat on her life. Do you?
I mean, I think
they're
that
investigating him for that. Some DA is investigating him.
I think that the people are on such edge. It would be different. It would be different if there's no history behind any of these things that Donald Trump does or says or anything like that. Yeah, it would be different if there was if January 6th didn't happen and he was actually, conceded or even just went away and we didn't hear from him for a little while and then he came back to, run again. But
right.
since we have basically his presidency as proof, we have court cases, we have testimony from people that have been around him. We have
no one that really works in any positions of authority are supporting him anymore.
Right. We have the January 6th to go by and his feelings and all that, either during, before, and after.
The way he talks about anybody disagrees with him. Anyone disagrees with him. Oh, they're no good. They're awful.
And by the way, again, his supporters at this point, they're for it.
Yeah.
that's why they're still
They're all
supporting
in
him.
on January 6th.
They're okay with it, you
Yeah, they
know.
were fine with it. Never happened. It was a love
Yeah.
march. It was a love fest.
I mean,
Like
there's no
Madison Square
way.
Garden. He said Madison Square Garden was a love fest.
Yeah, he's their Jim Jones, so they're going to, you know, hog wild full out with him. Even I watched a documentary about some of the people who marched on January 6th, and you know, a lot of them they have no ill will towards Donald Trump at all. In fact, most of them are still voting for him.
Yeah.
Because they basically said, no, it was my decision. It was my, you know, he might have riled me up, but I chose to go down there. I chose to do it, even though a lot of them feel like they got like caught up in the circumstances. They decided to, you know, go full bore with it anyway. And just while they was there, you know, it was what it was. And they thought it was, they should have served time and everything like that. That's fine. But they're still voting for him. They still, you know, they believed in his lies and everything like that. And that's the thing that I don't think that a lot of people grasp is the weight of not accepting and conceding and the peaceful transfer of power. It's like
vital
people
to our-
don't realize how
vital to our
big
democracy.
that is.
It's vital to our democracy.
And when you break that, and he broke so many things, he broke so many norms. They're just like, fuck that, I don't have to listen to it type shit. When you break so many of those things, and then there are other people that are used to going by all these rules, as particular as the DOD goes by rules, and the DOJ goes by all these rules, and then you get someone in there that just disregards literally all of them, all the ethics, all the morals, everything.
A direct parallel to golf. You know how much you could cheat in golf if you want to?
Yeah.
You can cheat. Nope. No one can see your ball usually when you walk up to it. You know what I mean? You could kick your ball into a little better position or fluff it up or whatever. People can't see what you're doing unless they're right there with you. They don't know what you're doing. You can cheat all the time, and that's what Donald Trump does. He cheats at golf. He cheats at the Constitution. He cheats on his wives. He cheats on every fucking thing in his life. He's a fucking cheat. And if he wins the presidency tomorrow, I think he's the greatest human being that ever lived.
I mean, his 30 for 30 is going to be fucking fucked up.
It won't. It'll be like, oh, he's a great golfer. Look at this. Look at this putt. He's going to attack the media. If he gets in the presidency again, our country it's going to be different. Things are going to be rough. I plan on losing. It's going to be awful, to be honest.
There's another sideline story that says even if he wins, he goes all through this bullshit to win, the JD Vance has a secret underlying plot to get his cabinet to invoke the was it the 25th?
Yeah, but that's not true, because the president, even though it's invoked, the president can immediately go and say, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm okay. And then that's out. Then they have to do it again. It's not as easy as people think for the 25th Amendment to work like that. It doesn't work simple like they said. The president actually can say no to that.
Even if they vote to throw him out.
Yes, because it's all he has to do is write. I think you have to make a written statement that there's nothing wrong with me, and then that's tossed out. It's not as it's not as successful getting rid of the president as people think.
Wasn't that discussed though on January 6th?
Yeah, it was. Here's
because I thought they said
when the president's unable to do his duties, the 25th Amendment details the procedures. It's got systems though. It's got a process. It's like everything in America.
Yeah, he needs to have a percentage of the cabinet, doesn't he?
You see. You can remove him. You can invoke it, but then he has a process he can follow to get right back into power. If the president and the vice president and the majority of the cabinet appoint a review body, feel the president is no longer to go on, the president can submit a declaration to the contrary and bring the matter to a vote in Congress. It's the most controversial yet to be successfully used. The closest it's ever came was when Reagan was shot. So basically, if you say, I'm going to invoke the 25th Amendment, first thing I do is write contrary. I don't think there's anything wrong with me. Take it to Congress and there's a vote. Get it? That's section 4.
And then J.D. Vance convinces them to vote for him because
it's not foolproof.
Donald Trump is... No, it's not, but it's still a...
Congress has 2 days to assemble and vote on it.
But would you put that past J.D. Vance?
No. And if the Congress doesn't vote within 21 days or something, then he becomes president again.
So let's say...
It's a complicated process. It's not just he's just removed from office.
Okay, so let's say everything terrible happens and Trump wins. And they... so the part of the problem last time that they said they kept facing was that there were too many people in the cogs of government that kept preventing Trump from doing what he wanted to do, right? So now he's got all these people prepared
right.
to take these jobs.
That's what 2025 is about. It's the plan.
Okay.
And he didn't help write it.
Well,
but the people around him did. The people around him did, though. That's the point.
I mean, he's the perfect puppet and they know this because he's willing to do whatever they want just so as long as he can avoid jail. Now think about that.
And steal money and be corrupt and sell his Bibles and all that shit that he's going to do.
Doesn't this sound like it could have been a Robin Williams movie in the 90s or something like that?
Yeah.
In order, or Dana Carvey, in order to avoid jail, he's got to run for president.
Hey, frankly, a lot of people say,
businessman.
A lot of people say I should be president of the prison. I will run for president of the prison. I will shiv you. It's fucking ridiculous. All right. Prediction. What are you predicting?
I'm just going to say it. I think Harris in a landslide.
And so that also means
close.
Probably the senators will win that we need to win. And the House will be back in the control of the Democrats. Is that what you're saying? Because with the landslide, the other stuff happens, I think.
I would like so, but I know that's probably... I'm usually wrong, is what I'm saying. I'm usually wrong.
Harris is going to win like 312 electoral votes. I don't even know why I said that number. She's going to get more than Biden got. I think.
What's the max you can get?
So many women are voting that have never voted before. There's so much against the Dobbs and all the things, and Trump being a rapist, and I think there are a lot of women are going to vote, even though their husbands are telling them to vote for Trump. They're going to go in that booth and they're not going to vote for Trump.
I've got a funny feeling that a lot of these people, especially these young people that have said that they're going to vote for Trump that have no idea what's happening, aren't actually going to vote.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the most votes ever, but you know what? That's every presidential election. Every one. There's never been, to my knowledge, there's never been one where there's less votes in a presidential election. It always goes up.
Yeah.
You know? And people are like, oh, wait, no. Like Trump goes, I got 75 million votes. I should have won in a landslide. They told me if I had 65 million, I'd win. Well, they didn't tell you that Biden was going to get 85 million,
Right.
And then their position is, oh, you expect me to believe if Joe Biden got 85 million votes? Yeah, I expect you to believe that because that's what the fuck happened.
Because you're that bad. You're fucking awful.
Yeah.
So you said he's gonna or she's gonna win. She's gonna win Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania.
That's 270. That's the ballpark.
Yeah.
That's the ball game. And she's probably going to win some other ones that look like she'll probably win Georgia. She'll probably win Iowa. She'll probably win Nevada. She'll probably win Arizona.
What is your prediction about Ohio?
Oh, it's still going for Trump.
Yeah.
There are
I
too
think
many
the same
fuckheads
thing.
in Ohio. Too many
Yeah.
fuckheads here. It'll be closer than people say, though.
I mean, Cuyahoga County is going to be pretty blue.
Yeah.
But
It always
outside of that,
Well, it's going to be like 53-47.
okay, so what does your election day tomorrow look like? What are you going to be doing? When are you going to vote?
Oh, I'm really busy. I've got an appointment with the doctor to make inserts for my arthritic feet. And then I've
Okay.
got taking my car in to get a recall fixed. Then I'm going to sneak out and vote. And then I've got a dermatology appointment at 3. So I'm a pretty busy guy tomorrow.
Well, that's a full day.
At
That
two
is a full
doctors,
day.
2 doctors and a car repair.
Did
And a vote.
did you see what's the insult comic dog? What's his name?
Triumph. No.
Triumph.
We should watch
Did you
that. You
see
want to watch
him?
that?
Yeah. Did you watch any of that on Daily Show?
No.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. And then they tried to say, "Oh, we're
You wanna watch
it was like
Should
we're
we
not
watch it now or
Nazis."
not?
And then you see a guy in the background give the white power sign.
Was it at Madison Square Garden? Where was it?
Yeah, it was at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, MAGA at MSG. It's a 7 minutes and 44 seconds. You want to watch it?
We're here.
Yeah, let's
at
close out on
Madison
that.
Square Garden, witnessing a caravan of migrants invading Manhattan. I didn't think it was possible to have more white
I mean, it
people
doesn't
here
take
than
much
the Rangers
balls
game. The last time Donald
to,
Trump
like-
had New Yorkers in the palm of his hand.
What?
It doesn't take much balls to what we were talking about before to do what Tony Hinchcliffe did. It's like go into a crowd that big and lean into all their tropes and all their bullshit ideology.
Right. Nope, it doesn't. He's never been a great comic. He's a shit. He's a hack. Ready?
Mhm.
Put this on?
Yeah.
Inflation, am I right? It's crazy right now. Can you believe it's costing Elon Musk $1 million per voter to steal the election? Which I'm sure you won't have any problem doing. He's an Arnold Palmer size. You going in? No, I'm not going in. I wanted to speak, but they said we don't need dogs and we have way too many puppets. I'm sorry, I don't mean to insinuate that Trump is out of his mind. I'm stating it bluntly. Trump is out of his mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
There were
was
some
so
of those
good.
there that were actually listening to what he was saying and
Yeah.
did not like it.
They're like, wait a minute.
But the morons just heard what they liked and weren't listening.
Right.
Tells you a
Hey.
lot about.
That's the entire people that are supporting Donald Trump. Some people have maybe a good reason to support him. I don't know what it is. It's fucking crazy, but they don't like it when you say they're stupid to support Trump. People, it's hurtful for those to do that to people. I don't know. I have a few friends saying they're voting for him, and they say it hurts my feelings when you say I'm an idiot. I'm saying, you have the right to vote for him. I said, and I have the right to think you're a fucking idiot
Right? I mean,
because you're a fucking idiot. That's right.
if they're not a millionaire, what are they getting out of it? Other than maybe there's a baseline. You know what? I get it. If you're going to vote for him and you're if you're a complete racist.
Okay, right.
Hey,
If you're racist, he's your guy.
yeah,
If you like
that's the
Nazis,
man.
you want white nationalism, He's your guy. You want
If you're a one-issue voter, if you're just abortion,
if
okay.
you're for abortion, if you're against abortion, and you don't care about doing it the right way or treating people like human beings or respectful, he's your guy.
If you want to go back to, hey, women don't have any rights, they're not allowed to vote, all this
Hey,
other
rape 'em
stuff that
if-
they're saying,
Rape him if you got him. Rape him if you got him.
right? Then I guess that's, and if you're a woman and there were several people that were interviewed, they were like, yeah, I don't think women should be president.
no.
And it's just like, whoa, and we're like, yeah, I'm a woman.
You want
I
to be a
don't want
second
woman
class
to be president.
citizen? You want to be a second class citizen, ladies? He's your guy.
Right? I mean, so there are those people that are out there. As crazy it may seem.
I don't think they paid attention in school about what the Constitution is and how it's supposed to work.
You
I don't
know,
think-
I think
I don't think they understand how government helps us. And some people in this country don't think government helps us because they believe the bullshit that that's passed down to them. Oh, government fucked me up. Go, government fuck me. Yes, government's going to make mistakes. There's going to be problems. But we're better off because we have a government that responds to the people.
honestly, Marv,
Sometimes not well.
and then my battery's about to die here, but honestly, I think just as we don't understand and can't comprehend how many stupid people there are in this country and planet, but we can't comprehend the amount of racists
No.
and how much that guides their view
Sometimes
about
it's-
everything.
It's hidden racism that they don't even admit.
And now it gives them the ability to be open with it. So
Yeah.
I think that's
not
that
feel
there's
racist.
a lot more than what we would like to believe.
And they don't even feel the racist when they're doing it. They don't feel
No,
like
they
one of the guys.
they think it's some sort of almost a cultural badge of honor.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
see it as a
It's like
defect.
that song he's saying, "Liberal tears." That's all I want.
Yeah,
I want liberal tears. I want to make the liberals cry.
pretty much.
I don't care what happens to my Medicare or my Social Security or my schools or health care. I don't care about any of those things. I just want
Yeah, all
liberals.
those things
Right.
are women things. Why would we want good schools and books and decent roads and shit like that? I
They're
mean,
fucking burning books in America. I never thought this would happen in this country. And
So-
they're proud to burn a book.
yeah.
They're proud. All right.
All right, vote Harris Walls.
I've
interior
donated
decoration.
so much money this year. I've never donated this much money before. Every time one of those guys sends me an email saying, I just need $3, I just need $7, I've donated so much money, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, guys.
I know I've donated a lot to DraftKings, and I'm like, whoa, too much. Let's just hold on.
Is there a vote? Is there a vote on DraftKings? I think
I got him
Kamala's
on the
gonna
money
win.
line.
I'm putting Kamala over 320 votes tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow.
Yeah,
but-
you got her plus
The week.
300.
Yeah.
Got her.
Hey, she's gonna win. She's gonna win the big three. That's all that matters.
I mean, I hope
And
it's
Trump-
over early.
Trump's out there lying, saying, frankly, my people say we're up by a lot. We're winning by a lot. He knows it's bullshit.
Well,
You
like
know.
Steve Bannon already predicted, he's just going to say he won anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not going to
he's-
matter.
It's what he's always done.
Yeah. So
He's a cheat. There's nothing in his life he hasn't cheated on. Nothing.
that's why I'm saying the only way it can be prevented is unless there's a fucking landslide. And I even then he's going to
John. Oh, I bet John's battery died. All right, boys. You missed the music in the beginning. We didn't do any of the sound effects. Let's bring the boys in to say adios. John said his phone was dying. so-
thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now No debt to the
Get out there and vote,
government.
motherfuckers. And don't vote for Trump.